Hey, it's Dan Moralez, and this is Homebuyer Radio, episode number 22. This week, I want to talk about the difference between a pre-qualification and a mortgage pre-approval. Yes, there is a difference between the two. The difference is in the amount of documentation that your mortgage loan officer collects from you as part of the mortgage process. Okay, so a mortgage pre-qualification is usually a client that has provided some information to their mortgage loan officer, and the loan officer goes through and says, hey, based on the information that you've given me, it would appear as though you are pre-qualified to be able to go purchase a house and get a mortgage. Now, typically with a mortgage pre-qualification, what normally happens is you generally have a loan officer who only collects information that you've volunteered, if you will. In most cases, they're not going to verify your income, your assets, your overall, true eligibility. They're just going to take the information that you've told them over the phone and say, okay, based on what you're telling me, it appears as though you're going to be eligible for a mortgage. Now, the problem with a pre-qualification is in most cases, your loan officer is not going to really document your income or your assets or your true eligibility in being able to qualify for a mortgage. That means that, you might have some, a sharp realtor may not be willing to accept your pre-qualification letter when you're ready to write an offer on a house because they don't know whether or not the lender has truly vetted you properly to make sure that you are actually going to be eligible to purchase a home. Now, a mortgage pre-approval is that you've been pre-approved. We've actually gone through and have actually verified income and assets in your overall eligibility for being able to purchase a home. And in those cases, your loan has actually gone through the process of, if you will, basically everything that is necessary to get a loan done, with the exception of the appraisal and information that's related to a property. So in other words, you've kind of done 75% of the mortgage process because we verified income, assets, your down payment, and all that other good stuff. The only thing that we haven't verified is just the property that you're buying. So we don't have an appraisal and we don't have the title work, but that's just the one piece that we don't have, but we would have documented pretty much everything else that's necessary to be able to get you approved and make sure that you are truly eligible for being able to purchase a house. So it's really important that you understand the difference between a mortgage pre-qualification and a mortgage pre-approval. Again, a mortgage pre-qualification is just really a lender's opinion that they think they can actually get you a mortgage, but they don't really maybe know for sure that they can get you a mortgage, right? They need to be able to go through and actually document income and assets and good stuff like that and be able to give you a conditional approval that says that you truly are eligible for a mortgage. The only condition is, stuff that's related to the property as opposed to, income and assets and stuff like that. Now, as a lender who's done this for far too long, I always get a chuckle out of some of the quote-unquote pre-approval letters that I see some lenders will give their clients when their clients are out looking at homes. The pre-approval letter, it says, hey, your approval is subject to verification of income, assets, credit, and stuff like that. That just means that they didn't do anything. They just talked to you on the phone and said, oh, hey, based on the information that you've told me, it would appear as though you could probably get a mortgage, but I don't know because I didn't document any of your income, assets, or anything. So I don't really know if you can get a loan, right? So a mortgage pre-approval is really what you want. Now, that mortgage pre-approval is going to be a little more involved than a mortgage pre-qualification. A mortgage pre-approval means we're going to verify your income, we're going to verify your assets, we're going to verify, all of your financial, credit history and everything else like that. We're going to verify all of those details to make sure that you actually do qualify for the mortgage, that you have enough income to repay the debt, that you have a satisfactory credit history, that you have enough assets for a down payment. We're going to go through and do all of that legwork. That way we know that you truly are eligible for a mortgage and that you can actually move forward and purchase a property. So really important that you consider, which one of those two options that you work with. In our case, we offer both options. We'll offer a mortgage pre-qualification for those clients who maybe don't want to get as in-depth of a review of everything. And we also offer a mortgage pre-approval. Pre-approval means we're going to collect more information from you. We're going to put you through more of a process. But truth be told, that's, part of the process that you would go through if you had a mortgage pre-qualification. And then once you find a home, all of those same steps, if you will, are the same things that you're going to have to go through. So if we go through and do a mortgage pre-approval, we get a nice head start in that process, and we actually have a lot of the legwork done. So that way, when you do find a property, we've already got a nice head start on everything, and we're able to actually get your transaction closed even faster. So again, just a very quick, simple explanation of the difference between a mortgage pre-qualification and a mortgage pre-approval. Now, obviously, my specialty or my forte is mortgage lending, right? So if you're in the market for a mortgage, I want to be your mortgage guy. So hit me up, Dan at danmoralez.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com. Again, Dan at danmoralez.com. 616-931-4629 is my number. Feel free to call me, text me, shoot me an email. Any way we can help you out, we'd love to be able to do that for you. Again, Dan Moralez, NMLS 709-729, and Northpointe Bank is an equal housing lender.